This is the lesser-known Mike Laird. Gave a good account of himself. Nice tail whip. From Spain, Ruben Alcantara threw in a huge tail whip. Nearly pulled it off. And this was Ryan Nyquist. Big backflip. Let's hear from him.
I think the last picture was just like a one-footed backflip. I just went backflip, so I like doing stuff in between, so.
Next up on the start box is Canadian Jay Miron, champion in the X Trials, not the X Games, a year ago. And he's been missed by his two biggest competitors, Dennis McCoy and Jay Miron. And Dave Mirra, no-handed backflip there, beautiful start. Jay Miron of Canada. Execution, intensity, style, all being shown now by Jay Miron, and lots of speed as well in this tight course. Huge air, jumped over that gap, cleared it by miles. Wonderful flowing routine so far from Jay Miron. And he's really beginning to feel at home here. Let's hear from Matt Hoffman, the legend.
Jay's a really aggressive rider. He's really determined and focused. So, and whenever he rides, he always turns it up one more notch. So he makes all the pros have to follow him. So I think just with him and his elements that he has in the pro class, it's going to turn the heat up that much more.
Matt Hoffman out of competition now. He had his knee completely rebuilt, deciding that enough was enough, and sensibly so. Almost like the bionic man these days. Oh, great stuff from Jay Mirra. Hoffman showing well-deserved respect for the Canadian, but he's crashed out of that one. Tried to fake it back down off that ramp, and didn't quite work for him. But this backflip with no hands was exceptional. Look at the air. Unbelievable. Let's hear from him.
I hated the course in practice and warm-up and qualifying, but I think once everyone gets used to riding it, it'll be good. I'm pretty psyched right now. Definitely a lot of guys making the cut that wouldn't have if it was the same old course, so I'm psyched.
Didn't look like he hated it, did he? This was Sandy Carson. Did well in this brand new course. The wall ride, the highlight for him. Rob Nolly brought in some flatland skills to the street course and a big decade air. And this was Dave Mirra. 360 over the gap and a 360 with no hands over the Knievel box as well. Crowd like that. That's the way they stand after round one. McCoy leads the way with Miron second, Sandy Carson third, and Dave Mirra and Ron Kimler fifth. Now the second run to decide first, second and third. McCoy, Miron, Carson leading the way. Kevin Gutierrez bettered his score in round two. This was one of the highlights of it. Huge amount of creativity from Gutierrez. But now let's get on to some second round action with Jay Miron. Needs 93.82 to lead. Building up speed. Unusual start route down the rail. Good grind using the pegs on the front and rear wheels of the bike. Slows things down. Now he starts to pump it up. Right up onto the highest point of the course. Oh, he's off the bike. Jay Miron's got a problem. Looks like he's got a back flat on his tyre. So he's allowed 2 minutes to fix it. No popping into Halfords, of course. He's got to do this himself. So the tools are forthcoming. He's got to swap that rear wheel. Now, while he's doing that, we'll take a look, see what happened. Oh, yeah, heavy landing. He was trying to land too flat, I think. And lot of pressure in that tyre. You land as hard as that, they do pop from time to time. So pit stop for Jay Miron. He's back underway again. The clock starts again. He's allowed that. Now, can he do enough to take the lead away from Dennis McCoy? Time starts again with the hooter. So Miron gets underway again. Back over to the highest part of the course. Tail whip, huge one as well. Technical tricks forthcoming immediately after that. And he slows things down, building up for his next big trick. Needs a big amount of speed here. What's he got? Oh, a huge air. 44 seconds remain for Jay Miron of Canada. Huge amount of control being shown by this young man. He's the one, remember, who said he hated this course in practice. Just adjusting everything to be totally comfortable before he attacks towards the end of this second run. Control. Oh, big no-foot can across that box. Good style. 2 legs out to the side. 10 seconds and counting for Jay Miron. Oh! Over and out, going for the 180, and he just got thrown out of the saddle. Jay Miron crawls through the end of his routine. He's okay, I think, a little winded. He's only just got back from injury, remember, and he's taking all sorts of risks here. Needs to qualify for the X Games this time round. This was the crash. Oof. It's good to have Jay Miron back. And he takes the lead. Well, it didn't go all the way as he wanted for Dennis McCoy in the second round. 1 or 2 mistakes. This is where it really went horribly bad for Dennis McCoy. That one hurt. Let's hear from McCoy about that one.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm kind of dizzy and, you know, that concussion thing going on, but otherwise I'm fine.
Sandy Carson also miscued in round 2. Going down the rail. He and the bike parted company. Ron Kimler qualified in second for the final. He needs 96.62 to lead. Let's watch him now as he drops into the street course. Compact rider, short and stocky. Built more like a weightlifter than a stunt rider. Jay Miron leads, remember. Works the perimeter of the course really well. Now, is he going to use the rail? No, he avoids the rail and heads for the next ramp. Ron Kimler of the USA on course, chasing that leading score of Jay Miron. Good creativity in this second run from Kimler. From Austin, Texas. Picking up speed and going back the other way around the course. Limited amount of space, especially at that end of the course. For the X Games, we'll see a much wider area used, and therefore more speed and greater height generated by the riders. Still got plenty of time left. 90 seconds per run, remember. Asking the cameraman to move out of the way. He's obviously planning something big. Going back towards where he started this routine. Oh, and he goes up the rail. Didn't quite nail that one, but good attempt. Or is he going to try and go for the same thing again? Looks like he wants to have another go at it. 90 seconds is a long time with this constant work on the bike. He's going up the rail. He's got it this time. Beautiful finish from Ron Kimler. This was the start. Good line, using all the highest points of the course. So Ron Kimler goes into second, and we can hear from him.
Oh, it's cool that Evel Knievel's here. I need to go meet him now. I think his bike should be a Schwinn, though, probably.
There he is. Evel Knievel himself. Dave Mirra needs 96.22 to win this competition. The lead still with Jay Miron. Away goes Dave Mirra. Tentative start from Dave Mirra. Starting a little slowly by his standards. Needs to really crank it up now. Is he going for the win? Is he going to start taking risks? I think not. I think he's probably erring on the side of caution here. Nice 360. Winner of the X Games last year in the street. Now the speed starts to come for Dave Mirra. More technical and spectacular in this second run as Dennis McCoy looks on. Oh, 360 over the gap. Starting to really crank it now, Dave Mirra. Judges haven't really been awarding scores in the upper 90s, which is what he needs to win this competition. Bar spin. Frame. Ice pick, that was good. Downside ice pick over the rail. First one to do that today. Oh, he's down, not quite. Picks himself up, pedals away. Dave Mirra, of course, will be going to the X Games either way, so the pressure is off, and he'll be wanting to conserve his body and not inflict any injury on himself going into the big one. Good control, good technical stuff from Dave Mirra. It won't win the competition for him. That was the double bar spin, probably the highlight of it as far as the spectacular tricks go. Most of it, apart from that, was technical. Second place for Dave Mirra. The win, though, for Jay Miron of Canada. He qualifies for the X Games. That's what he came for. Dave Mirra takes second, with Kimler, Carson and Nyquist taking third, fourth and fifth.